Does anybody else have a question? Wes? Sure, we can get you just so you're heard, we can get you the blue block of communication.
I don't know that I necessarily have a question, but just like a quick comment. Our city is growing rapidly. Our airport is growing. Amazon is here. Things are really taking off for our city. And, you know, I've been to many downtowns. In our downtown, is it considered an entertainment district? I guess that is a quick question there.
Okay, it's a multi-use district. It's a multi-use zone district. So there are many things, residents, all kinds of things that can happen in the downtown district.
Sure. And so, I guess noise has been kind of one of the biggest, topics on this. And I think we have to consider who the loudest voices are. And it feels like the loudest voices are those who want a quiet downtown. And if we have a quiet downtown, we don't have a very entertaining downtown. And so my hope is that you guys are really considering that balance. I'm not picking up the axe to fight the battle of necessarily street performers, but when I think about the bars where a lot of our tax dollars come from and a lot of the business and foot traffic from downtown, it brings, if you guys quiet the bars, you're going to quiet the business and we're not going to really have a thriving downtown. And I think that needs to be said and acknowledged. To make sure that we don't kill the entertainment piece of downtown. I think that when people decide to go and sign a lease and go and live downtown, they have to consider the fact that they're living within an entertainment district. But it does feel like those with power and with money are the ones that are pushing this the hardest to quiet our downtown. And the everyday people don't have as much of a voice or a seat at the table. And so I'm just asking that you guys consider that as you're working through this to make sure that our downtown meets what another downtown in another bigger city looks like, because Fargo is the Mecca of North Dakota and our downtown is the Mecca of Fargo. And so I just hope that that equity is there. And then the last piece too is with our houseless folks, to make sure that we don't criminalize them and make sure we provide them with the proper resources so that they don't continue the cycle of going to jail.
I appreciate your comments. And just to reiterate what I said in my presentation, we want downtown to be vibrant. We want downtown to have entertainment. We want downtown to be a great place to go. But it's a multi-use area where people live and people work and so we have to make sure that everybody feels as if they're living in a place that they are happy in being in, or to be in, that we create an environment that all people want to go. And so, again, I am the enforcement arm of this whole thing. And when we're talking about changes to ordinance, when we're talking about all of these different things, the city you want, the place you want it to be, you can go to commission, you can go to your elected officials, you can say, this is what we want, this is where we want to be. And those are the individuals that then come together and make those decisions. And then we enforce the laws and rules that are made by those individuals and state law. And so I appreciate your comments, and I thank you for your comments. I agree with what you're saying in many ways. And if we want something to be changed, then we have to come to our city government, not the enforcement arm. We've tried that. We said, hey, we're doing what we can. We have to move into the commission realm and into the legal realm to work on those things. And so I want downtown to be fun. I love coming downtown off duty. I'm like you, Faith, where I haven't been downtown very late up until recently. Just because I'm past that usually in my life. But I love being downtown. It's a great place, and I want it to remain a great place. We just have to make sure that everybody feels welcome downtown. And so that's what I'd like to see, and that's what we're going to be working towards this winter.